So there's a couple of ways to include Pearson items into Kickstand. The first thing you have to do is decide what kind of a resource it is. If it's like the games or the math words and ideas, all you need to do is click the activity itself so you get to the student view and you grab the address from the address bar and copy it. And then come over to your Kickstand template, your lesson template, whatever you're using. And you're going to just kind of paste it wherever you want it. The thing with this is, so if I come over here and I'm going to have it as part of my online activity, I'm going to click the link button and I'm going to paste my URL in there, and now it's ready to go. The other thing I can do to make it a little easier on students is I can grab a picture, and I would want to use some sort of math symbol or something that would let kids know what kind of activity they're doing. I don't have any of those, so I'm going to use a velociraptor, select my picture's there, and then if I right click, I can go to image properties, link, and I can paste my link right in there. And so now, instead of having a link for the kids to click on, they would just click on a picture or an icon, and it would take them directly to that activity. So that will work for any of like those types of resources. If you have any sort of YouTube video, you can use the YouTube button right here, and it will allow you to insert a URL. The other thing you can do, if it's not a YouTube video, but it is a video file or a video site directly of some sort, you can use the iframe. So when you hit the iframe, it's going to ask for a URL. And the only thing I would add to that is you might want to change your values for width and height to somewhere between 400 and 600. So you could do 450, something like that, just to make it a little bit bigger on the kids' screens. And it'll do the same thing. It will actually embed the video file right here, and it'll show up on your screen. As far as worksheets go, you've got a couple of choices. If you're trying to take them directly from the Pearson site and going to the student workbook page, then you're going to open it up, find the page that you want, right click, print, and you're going to make sure your destination says save as PDF. And you want all the pages. The only thing you want to change is get rid of your headers and footers. It just gives you a little bit more room on these. The only thing is this is how it's going to look for the kids. It's a little bit longer, but it's still totally workable. Kids can use this, no problem. So then you're going to save it. It'll save to your downloads. And now it's saved there. If you're using a PDF file, if you guys already have the investigation pages you want to work with as a PDF file, that will work very similar. You find the page that you want. So if this was the page I would want, I would do the same thing. Print, type in the page number that I want to print, and save as PDF, and it'll also save to my downloads. So very similar process. It just depends where your file's coming from. This goes for pretty much any sort of worksheet out there. So then what you're going to do is you're going to come back to your lesson and you're going to click Create Resource. You're going to name your resource so that kids and teachers know what it is. And then you're just going to upload your file. And once I hit save new resource, I can either tie a standard to it or I can just leave it as is. And then it will appear back on my lesson page. It'll show up right in this area here. So that's the easiest way to insert both pages and video and other resources into the lessons. And the way that this will look for students. So your video or your links will be here, and that assignment or that worksheet will actually appear down here, and they will be able to click it, download it, print it off, any of the above, and then they will be able to submit it in this area here.